My partner and I recently took our 2-year-old daughter on her first family holiday. We all stayed in the same room with 2 queen beds. She slept in her own bed and I slept with my partner. My partner wanted to have sex on the holiday and would always make jokes like, "What are you doing later?" which is basically just him shooting his shot. But my mindset was, how can you have sex when your child is sleeping legitimately no more than 1 meter away from you in the same room? Don't you think that's strange? I guess my question is, are people having sex on holidays in the same room as their kids? Is this a thing? Because it makes me cringe. But is it also fine if she's asleep and doesn't know?
I think it's an age thing. Like,
What's the age?
Two. I'm not having sex in front of my kids at 2. Absolutely not.
Well, she's 2.
Yeah, and when I say that, I mean, like, obviously they're asleep. No one's. Wow, this is gonna get some people angry. When kids are newborns and they're in a bassinet next to your bed and they're, 6 months old and we all know they're never going to retain a memory and they're asleep, I don't have an issue with that. If they are walking, talking, can recite what they've seen, have memories, that is too old. For me, I'm sorry, I think it's too old because you're hoping that they don't wake up, but they might wake up. And everyone's kids are different, but my kids are always getting in bed with us. So
Also, kids pretend to be asleep a lot.
Like, I wouldn't be risking that situation with a 2-year-old or a 2.5-year-old or whatever it is. And we've been in this situation loads. We've got 2 kids. We often go on holidays and both of them are sleeping in the same room.
So do you have sex on holidays?
No, we never book a 1-bedroom place anymore. We always book a 2-bedroom place, or we book a place that has a living area so that way we can transfer the kids into a different area so that we can still have adult time, which I know is
I
annoying.
love that you say adult time instead of sex.
We
can have adult cuddles.
But, well, for 2 reasons. One, because there's nothing more annoying than being a parent on a holiday where at 7 p.m. at night, all the lights have to go off and you got to sit in the dark. You go on a holiday.
I'm shocked. I just don't know how to parent.
You spend all this money to go there. And then if you're all staying in the one room, when the kid goes to sleep at 7 o'clock, you sit in the fucking dark.
Can't you put an eye mask on them, like a silk eye mask?
For hours. You just sit in the dark together on your phones. And then that's your night over. It's grim.
Horrible.
So that's why I recommend always get 2 rooms or like a room that has like a little lounge room area. So yeah, I'm shocked that you guys had a tiny room, which I understand, like everyone's different. Also, people go camping. There's all different types of things. Do I have sex when my kids are a meter away from me? No. No.
I think we said it at the start. If your kid is old enough to remember and recite what they've seen, then it's probably too old. And
or to
2-year-olds
ask questions.
Well, yeah, like, what's that? Why are you doing it like a dog? Imagine if they woke up and they're like, woof, woof. Too far. You can't fuck with your kid.
Why is daddy groaning like an ape? Like,
why? Yeah, exactly. And we've had people write in before, dead set. We have had people write in before with questions around this, like their kid has seen them having sex, their toddler or something. And the question was, there's one specifically that I'm recalling. The question was like, my daughter said she heard daddy hurting me last night because obviously she was moaning in ecstasy, but it was sex. But the daughter is like, I saw something and I heard that was pain, and why is daddy doing that? And I'm just like, you are just opening a can of worms that you don't need. Like, surely you can keep it in your pants until you get home to a private room.
I wonder how other mums would feel about this, because I would love to know, because I'm only answering this question off my own personal experience. I would say like under 1 is okay. Like, they're a baby, they're asleep, like 1-year-olds sleep hard, like they are asleep. But for me, 2 seems too old. So I would be so interested to know what other people think. I know I've said this a couple of times recently, but if you're a child therapist, if you have your perceptions, I really need a child therapist right now. Slide into my DMs. I would love to know like what you think is or isn't acceptable in your relationships, because I do think that people would have a slightly different opinion on this. It's a really tricky one. And I guess for me, it's unnecessary, because we're able to do it other times or in other places, or have a quickie in the shower when the kid's having her day nap. Like, just don't do it when they're asleep next to you. The only other thing I have, like for us in our relationship, we used to always sleep naked, right? Matt and I will never sleep naked anymore. He always sleeps with underwear on. He always sleeps with pants on. And that's because our kids get into our bed every night. Mm-hmm. And I think it is quite unusual, and I don't like it if parents sleep naked and then their kids get into bed with them. I'm
Yeah.
like, that to me is weird. But, you know, everyone does things differently. So not casting the judgment. Or maybe I am. I don't know. I'm just trying not to get myself cancelled by all the mums out there.
Totally.
Fucking mums are judged enough. So it's such a hard one.
Well, there's no right and wrong for everyone too. So
I
it's not
think there is
one.
when it comes to some of this shit though.
Yeah, but not this. Like everyone's different and everyone's going to have a different opinion if it's 18 months or 2, like at the end of the day. So it's not for us to shit on anyone. It's what you want to do is what you want to do. It might not be right for someone else, but there's always people that are going to. And like you said, Laura, this is my opinion because I'm a mum. I don't have any experience in this. Like this is just my thought.
Brittany, you wouldn't even know what a 2-year-old looks like. You'd be like, I think it's 4. I think it's 18. Maybe it's 12 months.
That is not accurate.
How old are my children?
5 and 3.
Good job.
I know, Laura.
What are their names?
Lilo, and Milo and Otis.